brought to you by Slight Lumber. Before we get started, head up to the concession, grab yourself something to eat and drink. And while you're up there, grab your 50-50 tickets. We will draw a winner in the third period. Let's introduce the roster for the visiting Thunder. Number 41, Jackson Hastings. Number 50, Caleb Kahn. Number 2, Jake Newby. Number 3, Matt Timms. Number 5, Xavier Washington. Number 8, Logan Kirsten. Number 10, Evan Farley. Number 11, Dane Hebert. Number 15, Connor Welsh. Number 19, Brody Calhoun. Number 24, Braden Longacre. Number 28, Nigel Nowak. Number 37, Kieran Melvin. Number 42, Tanner Barrett. Number 45, Ryan Sheldrake. Number 55, Jason Weiss. Number 64, Kate Beck Morrison. Number 77, Cashton Hemsworth. Number 84, Finn Harafack. Number 88, Jameson Reed. Now please help me welcome your victorious Shamrocks. Today's starting goaltender, sponsored by Island Jump Solutions, 00 Matthew Dennis. Matthew Dennis. Number 30, Brian Morvay. Sponsored by Napin Projects and Can-Am Projects. Number 5, Dylan Anderson. Sponsored by Encore Sport and Fitness. Number 6, Carter Queston. Sponsored by Good Time Days Fishing Charters and Island Spray Foam. Number 12, Phoenix Eves. Sponsored by Ash Mountain Construction. Number 13, Tommy Hoschel. Sponsored by CG Forensics. Number 14, Dane Kinney. Sponsored by Jenner Chevrolet EV. Number 20, Hudson Jenner. Sponsored by Pacific Roots Wellness. Number 21, Josh Verhagen. Sponsored by Kirby's and 17 Mile Club. Number 26, Jordan Alexander. Sponsored by Teletechnologies. Number 36, Landon Lockwood. Sponsored by Airdam Excavating and CCM Construction. Number 51, Aiden Rintoul. Sponsored by Clark Heating and Cooling and Meadowfield Construction. Number 57, Hunter Clark. Sponsored by J.S. Buckin and Fortis BC. Number 64, Wyatt Pickup. Sponsored by Race Rocks 3D. Number 66, Ben Pollack. Sponsored by the McCrackens. Number 77, Jackson Hemenor. Sponsored by Gold Star. Number 88, Quinn Sutton. Sponsored by J-Pod Properties. Number 91, Quinn Cram. And sponsored by Frontline Reefer Care. Number 97, Roman London. Now if you're able, please rise and remove your hats. The victorious Shamrocks would like to acknowledge with respect the traditional lands of the Lekwungen peoples. As guests on the lands of the Songhees and Esquimalt First Nations, we would like to thank our hosts as we gather today to play the Creators Game. Now please remain standing for the Canadian National Anthem. finalization game begins, we'd like to emphasize the importance of safety for everyone in attendance.
The conclusion of the regular season is right around the corner, and the Victoria Shamrocks have their sights set on a big finish. 3 games remain for Victoria, and if they can find a way to win out, they'll be able to lock in first place overall. A win this afternoon would put that plan into motion and set up a massive marquee matchup next weekend against the team they're trying to leapfrog, the league-leading Port Coquitlam Saints. But before they get there, they'll have to weather this thunderstorm that's rolled into town. Welcome into BC Sports TV, ladies and gentlemen. Tino Farah here, your voice for this afternoon matchup, this matinee matchup between the hometown Shamrocks and the visiting Langley Thunder. And let's get you some starting goaltenders before we get too far here, shall we? And we'll start off in the hometown crease. You're looking at him right there wearing 00. It'll be Matthew Dennis, a perfect 3-0 record he'll be putting on the line here. A goals against, a miraculous 5.78 and an .855 save percentage. Meanwhile, across the floor from him, it'll be Caleb Kahn. Got some Junior A action last night against the Poco Saints, then got on a ferry and came over to Victoria for a little bit more action in the Junior B Tier 1 rankings. And the Thunder will need him to stand tall, as he does so often, if they plan to come into town and exit victorious. Kahn with a 5-2 record here in the Junior B ranks, an 8.24 goals against and an .840 save percentage. Just a brief delay here. The officials have a quick word with the 2 face-off men. Connor Welch, I believe that is, was going to take the draw, but had some stick issues. No, it looks like he's got a necklace that he's got to take off real quick. So Caden Beck-Borson comes in to take the draw on his behalf, going up against Wyatt Pickup for the Shamrocks. That'll be a face-off violation going against Pickup and the Shamrocks. So the first possession of the game will go the way of the Langley Thunder. And they'll start off with a righty strong possession, and they quickly send it over to that strong side. Jamison Reed surveys over to the far side. They have some room. Shot blocked by Pickup. Hit him in a sensitive area, but he looks all right as he continues to hammer away at his man in the middle of the floor. Now Reed with a shot blocked again by Pickup. 2 shot attempts by Langley. 2 shot blocks by Wyatt Pickup. He'll get a pat on the back and a well-deserved breather here as his team will try to earn him the first goal of the game. Lockwood, shot from distance, and he scores! How about that for a start to the game as Lockwood opens the scoring less than a minute in. A defender was there, but just looked a little bit lost as Lockwood found some space and wires home his team leading 24th goal of the year. And he will likely be right back out there as the faceoff ended up going all the way down to Matthew Dennis. And he sent it back up to the offense. Carter Quested, far side feed. Now they send it down low to Pollock before sending it behind the net. Return feed to the outside, shot from distance. A little bit of friendly fire as that hit the back of the leg of Ben Pollock, and he'll head off for a change as Kahn sends it up the floor. Quick up to Jake Newby. Pressured from distance by Rintoul, who retreats back into the defensive zone. Now near side feed to Washington. Down low to Newby. Has some room. Near side shot. It's looking top right, but just misses. Shot clock under 10 seconds. Newby takes it off the rebound. Battling with a stick check. Tries to put it across the floor, but Hunter Clark in the middle takes that away. Jenner deflects that up. Now into the back of the stick of Ronan London, who finds some room. In comes Dylan Anderson. He collects, goes to the near sideboards, working with Lockwood. Comes over top now, he'll spin back and send it over to the aforementioned Lockwood. Now distance shot by London, blocked, taken away, and here come the Thunder. As Harapak goes the other way, and a delayed call comes up now against Victoria. I believe it will be Lockwood. Pass to the middle, shot goes just wide. Phoenix Eves sent his man down to the concrete. Now Hoshal works on Welch. Hounded along the far sideboards, loses the ball, but Langley keeps possession. Now to the outside, pass down low, shot stopped by Dennis, stepping across to his right. That'll give us a whistle, and the first power play of the game will go to the Thunder. And this Victoria penalty kill is brought to you by Jenner Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Victoria, BC. Proud sponsors of the beautiful game of lacrosse. Are you in the market for an EV, a truck, a grocery getter, a sports car? Look no further, and you can find their inventory online at jennerchev.com. So the Thunder power play will go to work. Timms, Newby on the near side. Welch over on the far side, joined by Sheldrake and Braden Longacre with possession now. No looker to the near side. Was just off the mark, but they keep possession. Newby back to the point. Welch down low. Longacre sends that no-looker again to the near side crease. And that'll ricochet off the corner boards and back over center. Unsuccessful on the first attempt. Now about a quarter of the way through the penalty being served by Jordan Alexander. And the Shamrocks will again take possession. Just content with killing clock here are the Shamrocks, and the shot clock is down under 15 seconds. It's Dane Kinney sends it down low to Pollock. Bobbled it with a defender on his back, still with possession though. Shot clock about to expire, so Pollock will leave behind the net and head off for a change himself. As the Langley power play will now get back onto the floor. We'll try a hidden ball trick. Together on the near side, not going to solve this PK unit. Now Timms from the crease. Newby, shooter position, sends it back up to Longacre at the point. Now far side feed, low shot blocked again. Phoenix Eves this time, doing his best Wyatt pickup impression as they go the other way, and a great save by Kahn. Getting his glove out and taking away that far side of the net, staring down the likes of Quinn Cram on a shorthanded breakaway. He'll stay for another defensive shift here, shorthanded for the next 20 seconds. As Timms takes it from the crease. Newby back to the point. Braden Longacre, far side feed. Skip pass through the middle, falls to Matt Dennis, who confidently slams his stick down on top of the loose ball. Now he'll send it all the way down the floor for Ronan London to chase down. But that one's about 4 or 5 feet too high, so he'll head off for a change. And we'll go back to 5-on-5 action. Pickup stumbles. Can Langley take advantage? Newby goes across, stopped by Dennis, and the second chance looked like it was going to go to Mac Timms, but could not quite get a clean look. Now Jenner unable to corral the loose ball near center, so Langley will go back to work with a fresh 30. Newby had that one go high over his stick. Pickup takes it away from Mac Timms, and now the Shamrocks will try to clear the zone. This time Jenner gets a handle on it. He's got one man in front of him. He'll slow up here and wait for the offense to get back out onto the floor. Long pass, finds Lockwood. The game's opening goal here for Victoria. Returns it over to Quested. Tries to spin underneath, going downhill, shot. Looking to go underneath the arm of Caleb Kahn. Gets the better of that chance, and Quested will apply a little pressure and head off. Now he'll turn back as the long stretch feed was taken away by Quinn Cram, and the aforementioned Carter Quested will just stay on the floor. No change necessary. An offensive player's dream. Now there's a shot into the top right corner. Dylan Anderson gets into the mix. How about it off the Langley turnover? Victoria doesn't even need to get their full settled offense into the mix here. Dylan Anderson just takes some space, ends up on his wrong side, and wires one across the body of Caleb Kahn into that top right corner, and the Shamrocks double up on the lead. The Shamrocks have been almost perfect at home through this season. 6-1 on home floor coming into this game. And they look to continue that dominance here. And it started early with a 2-0 lead. Lobbed pass was well off the mark. Able to keep the handle though as Carter Quested came over to get it back into a settled formation. Low shot blocked by defender. Second chance and a save by Kahn. Got to be careful the back in call, and unable to avoid the crease that time around was Nigel Nowak. Quested remains on the floor. Far side feed to Pollock. Wants it back through the middle. Lockwood takes it on the swing pass, but an interference call ends that possession early, and Lockwood's going to take a delay of game call here. It's the official request that he puts it down. Instead, he kind of tossed it to the Langley Thunder player. Pro Caliber Lacrosse is BC's premier travel and development program, and they have fall registration opening July 1st, just a few weeks away here, folks. Their year-round programming for boys and girls provides an unmatched environment to develop life skills and achieve personal goals. Do not miss that July 1st registration here, folks, if you are interested in the best available development. But the power play goes back to work here for the Thunder. Shot clock down to 10 seconds as Newby sends it up to the shooter position. Mac Timms looking low, and he finds it. Short side pass, Dennis. Mac Timms gets Langley on the board. Not a lot of room available there, but he puts it. It actually went 5-hole just underneath the stick of Matthew Dennis. And on their second power play opportunity of the game, the Langley Thunder take advantage and cut that lead down to 1. Now 12:51 remaining in the first period. Wyatt Pickup back out there for face-off duty. He and Welch will battle for much of this game here. And this one will count as a face-off win for Welch, as Eves jumped a little bit early on the restraining line. Face-off violation will equal possession in favor of Langley. Loose ball corralled by Kieran Nopin. Now to the middle, shot and a low save by Dennis, dropping down to his knees. And he'll leave for Pickup to take in transition. Quick up finds Sutton, and the offense of the Shamrocks will look for an answer. Jordan Alexander, first a touch as he returns it over to Clark. Finds some space around the screen. Shot goes just wide. Ricochets all the way outside to Pollock. Now Alexander with it. Shot clock down to 10. Has some space cleared by London, who wants it cutting through the middle. Now Clark with another shot attempt, also sent wide. Rebounds high in the air off of the Canadian flag, and that'll end that possession for Victoria. Free clear now for Langley. It'll be Braden Longacre with the first touch. Quickly over to the far side. As Sheldrake finds the goal scorer, Mac Timms. Tries the pick and roll, picked off by Quinn Cram. He's got Hudson Jenner to his right, and they turn it into a 2-on-1. Jenner scores! A quick transition will do you no wrong. And Hudson Jenner, the recipient of that feed from Quinn Cram, who then deposits it stick side past Caleb Kahn, and the 2-goal advantage is once again restored for the Shamrocks. contributions from both ends of the floor now, as the offense has gotten into the mix, as has the defense. Hudson Jenner finds another one, his third goal of the year, and it ends up as the third goal of this game. Now Langley tries to respond once again. Skip feed, goes to the near side, Jamison Reed returns it over to the lefties, intended to find Longacre, just bobbled it, and Hoshall takes it away. Now quick up to Phoenix Eves. He's got a man far side, decides to go with the safe play in Carter Quested, fresh off the bench, quickly into the offensive zone. One defender in front of him. Comes over top on the screen, set by Alexander. Now returned over to Quested, drives low, gets a shot off, and shutting the door again was Caleb Kahn, getting his left knee in the way that time around. Fresh 34, Victoria. Return to Quested, goes underneath, wants the flip pass inside, finds his man, one hand on his stick, courtesy of Anderson. Skips it back to the outside, shot, goes just wide past a stretching Kahn. Again, if you missed it off the top, Caleb Kahn got into the Junior A game last night for the Thunder against the Poco Saints about halfway through the second period, and despite losing that game, Kahn came in and looked very strong. There's a shot shouldered aside by Dennis, and I believe we're going to get another penalty going against Victoria, and it will be the latest goal scorer in Hudson Jenner, sitting for 2 or less. Extreme Threads is your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, designs, and sublimated team uniforms. Now offering tents, banners, flags, decals, signs, and more, and you can check them out online, extremethreads.ca. So Jenner will watch on from afar on the cross-checking call. Timms from down low, looks back to the point, shot, stopped by Dennis, rebound goes high in the air and behind the net. Tommy Hoshall battles for it, wins that battle, and now Rintoul is up the play, can't quite corral it though as it goes over his head. He'll try to chase it down, and the very least will apply pressure on the forecheck. Eats a little bit more of that clock and might have caused a turnover. Langley unable to take it cleanly. Rintoul runs all the way back and takes it away, but then gives it right back himself as Newby takes advantage of a tough pass there by Rintoul. Now Newby, shot stopped by Dennis. Big rebound goes all the way back down towards Kahn, who will come out of his crease. Get it back up to the power play. Ryan Sheldrake. Over to Longacre, back to the point, now near side, Newby has a man down low in Washington. No Mac Timms on this power play for the Thunder. Rebound collected by Longacre. Still 35 seconds to work with on the power play for the Thunder as they continue to work it around the perimeter. Newby thought about the pass down low to the crease. Victoria going with a little bit of a diamond formation. And space available on either crease if the Thunder can take advantage. There's a shot. Dennis has got to be careful as he falls back towards the goal line, but a goal line stand negates that opportunity. Jenner standing in the penalty box as he'll be released in about 5 seconds. And this is about to be another successful kill for Victoria. Sloppy play there between the benches, but the Shamrocks able to keep possession as the shot clock goes down to about 5 seconds. Lockwood stumbles, takes a hit from behind, now back to his feet, but Kahn takes possession away. And Langley will try to counter here 5-on-5. Long stretch pass all the way up the floor. Is Nopin. Leaves for Jamison Reed. Waiting for the rest of the reinforcements to join him. Tim sets a bit of a slip pick. Now gets possession near side. Rounds the corner. Head up the whole way. Shot clock down to 2. Need to get a shot here. Langley does throw one towards the goal, but it goes wide before the shot clock expired. Out of play for extra measure. And now Victoria will clear the zone. Hunter Clark to Ronan London. Pollock finds Quested near side, gets underneath the first defender, works his way down low and returns it over to Clark. Shot from distance by Heavener. That one goes wide. Shot clock down to 5. One more shot from distance, blocked by a defender, and that will expire the shot clock. So the Langley captain will collect. Caden Beck-Borson finds Braden Longacre. Feels like Longacre has played essentially this entire game. He's had some defensive shifts as well. And he's right back into the mix on the offensive side. With possession. Looking through the middle, he'll take the shot himself. No goal, though, on the interference call as Connor Welch took his man down and takes that goal off. So it was about to be just a 1-goal advantage for the Shamrocks. And instead, they'll have an opportunity to extend that lead to 3 if they are successful here. London to the far side. Lockwood comes over top, returns it over to the righty. Shot kicked aside by Kahn. That was a sharp save there, just getting enough of it with his toe. And as the ball goes out of play, Victoria gets a reset. Now Lockwood is going to go off for holding, I believe. So he's going to argue the whole way with the official. Doesn't look like he's going to win that argument, and he'll give Langley another power play. The Good Stick is the first lacrosse stick proudly manufactured in the European Union and sold at an affordable price. They've cut out all the middlemen and are passing on those savings to the players and the teams. Check them out, thegoodstick.co. So Tim's running point here on this power play. Skip feed picked off by Jenner, and he is off to the races with one man in front of him. Wisely forces his way to the outside, and he's going to draw a penalty for his efforts as well. How about this start to the game for Hudson Jenner? A goal, a couple of interceptions, some heavy defensive plays as per usual, and now draws a penalty as well. And we'll take the Langley Thunder off of the power play. We'll go to 4-on-4 lacrosse. We are seeking advertising partners to keep lacrosse free for everyone. We have a number of advertising opportunities ranging from penalties to periods, intermissions, or even title sponsorship. Together, we can craft a tailor-made package for you. Contact us at info@bcsports.tv today. We've been bringing you lacrosse of the free variety all summer long, and we will continue to do that through these passing months. Some provincial championships coming up around the corner in mid-July. Of course, some more action coming through the August months as well. So it looks like there was actually 2 penalties. One to Newby and one to Josh Verhagen of the Shamrocks. Those are offsetting, so it will go to, or remain 5-on-4, I should say. The other one being an unsportsmanlike call. There's a shot from distance by Timms. Stopped by the shoulder of Dennis. So Langley remains on the power play. Timms takes it. They get their motion. They have a man down low, but defended well by Sutton. Timms gets the shot off. Oh, and Hoshall took some contact to the lower body. Look at that right leg, but he gets up right away. Not too shaken up after that. Power play goes back to work. Feed goes down low. Washington takes it. Back to the point. Reed, far side feed. Skip pass, picked off again by Rintoul. Langley likes that skip feed through the middle, but Shamrocks take it away again, and Rintoul is stopped by Kahn. We've seen that happen time and time again through this period at the very least, where Langley tries to push one from the lefties over to the near side. And this combination of Jenner and Rintoul up top are taking it away every single time. Lockwood out of the box, so we'll return to 5-on-5 action. Timms leaps for it, now sends it over to the far side. Just 3 to shoot. Reed, shot blocked by Sutton. Ricochets off the end boards and the back of the net. And Victoria will try to push pace themselves. Game clock down to 3:40 to play here in the first period. Shamrocks still leading by 2. Alexander waits for the screen from Carter Quested, finds some room, pass was deflected, but Pollock shows off his hands to keep it and puts it just wide. Quested off the rebound, jumps across the crease, but steps through on his shot attempt. No save necessary for Kahn. And Langley will once again take it away. Nowak, tough pass. Eluded the likes of Xavier Washington. Now Quinn Cram is back up the play for the Shamrocks. Ronan London leaves far side. Sevener showing off some pretty footwork to find some space. Now Lockwood with some pressure. Shot, oh, just narrowly misses that top right corner again. Kahn just got a piece of it with his elbow, and Victoria keeps possession. Now Hevener, fake shot, near side feed, shot into the crest of Kahn. Rebound falls off of a Langley stick into the corner. A couple of Victoria forecheckers trying to cause a turnover. But the Thunder do a good job of breaking free. Turns it into a 2-on-1. Now Welch from the crease, but a stick check from behind, courtesy of Phoenix. Eves denies that chance, and Eves is actually going to get a penalty here as he drove Welch into the boards from behind. So the two of them grab each other's face masks for a brief moment. But I believe just Phoenix Eves will head to the sin bin here with 2:19 to play. So the whistle will release Josh Verhagen and Jake Newby, but Verhagen will be replaced by Eves. And this penalty killing unit of the Shamrocks are certainly getting their reps in this game. But for the most part, they've been successful to this point, allowing just 1 goal while shorthanded. And it is the lone goal here on the board for Langley. And Mac Timms, the goal scorer, is back out onto the floor. Longacre from the far side corner sends it back up. Looking through the middle, finds Newby, robbed by Dennis. Had a ton of room available, but the Victoria netminder stands tall, and the Victoria penalty killers go the other way. Clark bounces one well wide, bounces back near the center line. If they can get a handle, now they will. Pass to the middle, scores! Give him another one on the power play. Just a bit of a misread leaves Mac Timms wide open on top of the crease, and he sends it far side past Dennis. Now with 1:35 to play in the first, we will go back to 5-on-5 action, but we'll see how long this lasts for, as the parade to the penalty box has been frequent here. Pickup with a clean face-off win. Long shovel feed over to Quested. Had a man far side, but just couldn't quite get there in time. Defended well by Logan Kierstead, who watches Quested again, trying to force him to the perimeter. Quested works his way down low to the near side crease. Now shot off the post. Dylan Anderson looking for his second of the game. Beat Caleb Kahn, but could not beat the goaltender's best friend. And the Shamrocks will retain possession. Anderson, the Alexander, far side feed. London steps into a shot, stopped by Kahn, and he'll hang on to the rebound this time. And another penalty coming up, but this time it'll go to the Langley Thunder. Usually we'll fit in our ad reads here heading into a power play, but we've fit them all in already. We have paid our bills to this point. So shout out to the players that have facilitated that by taking the plenty of penalties that we've seen to this point. But a rare Victoria power play will go to work now. 35 seconds to play. They'll send it behind the net. Skip feed finds Lockwood. Shot stopped by Kahn, and Quested keeps possession. They'll get the reset. Full 30 to work with. Lockwood from the near side. Quested's going to run point. He's got Dane Kinney with him as well. And Victoria is going to call a timeout here with about 20 or so seconds to play. So they'll look to draw up one final shot. Heading towards the intermission. I believe Victoria's only had one power play in this game so far, to this point at least. Langley, however, has had upwards of 5 and have been successful on 2 of them. So the Shamrocks will look to return the favor. Got to imagine Matthew Dennis will head onto the bench, and the Shamrocks may elect to go 6-on-4 here. We'll see if that is the case. It will be the case. So Dylan Anderson, Carter Quested, Landon Lockwood, Ben Pollock, Dane Kinney, and Ronan London will be the extra attacker power play unit for the Shamrocks with exactly 19 seconds to work with. And these Langley penalty killers will have their hands full and will resume underway. Game clock gets down to 10 seconds. They will likely start their motion at about 7. Now they will. Near side, Quested comes over top, far side feed. Kinney absorbs a check. Shot finds some more friendly fire as Lockwood took that into his midsection. And the Thunder get their kill to this point at least. They'll still have about 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining in that late penalty to kill come the second period. But we're going to step aside now for the time being. Don't go too far, folks. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes time for second period action. You're watching Victoria Shamrocks Junior Lacrosse live on BC Sports TV.
welcome back. It's halftime. More than enough time for you to check out our eShop.
We offer complete sticks, strung heads, unstrung heads, or fully customized sticks with armor mesh.
Stick around for second half action, and thanks for checking out our eShop.
Welcome back inside the Q Center here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to BC Sports TV. Tino Farah here, your voice for this matinee matchup between the hometown Shamrocks and the visiting Langley Thunder, who find themselves trailing by 1, down 3-2 through 20 minutes of action. And they will remain on the penalty kill for the start of this period. 1:04 remaining in the penalty to Nigel Nowak. Let's get you a scoring summary here as we await the opening face-off of the period. Landon Lockwood got things going for Victoria, followed up by a goal by Dylan Anderson and Hudson Jenner in transition, straight out of the defensive zone into the offensive and into the back of the net. Meanwhile, the Langley Thunder with 2 goals from 1 lone goal scorer, Mac Timms, 2 tallies on the power play. And they may need some more heroics from him as they continue to try to chip away. Welch back out there for face-off duty against pickup. And this draw at least looked like it was going to go the way of the Langley Thunder, but instead the Shamrocks go the other way with a quick chance as Eves was stopped by Caleb Kahn. His first save of the period comes just 13 seconds in, immediately following the faceoff. Langley breaks free, back into the offensive zone, now shorthanded for the next 40 or so seconds. As Clark forces his man in Jake Newby down to the corner. Jenner just going to run safety through the middle of the floor. Now starting to come in and close the gap with Clark. Jenner forcing Newby behind the net. Shot clock expires. Those two exchange pleasantries for a brief moment before Jenner sprints his way up the floor and now gets the power play back into the mix. Still on the man up for just under 10 seconds. It's Kinney to the outside. Quested driving low, shot off a defender. Remains in play though as Kinney grabs possession. And we'll go back to 5-on-5 action. Shot clock down to 5. Quick shot, a bouncer stopped by Kahn, and a leaping Quested keeps possession in favor of Victoria. Quested with it again, finds Lockwood on his wrong side. He'll spin back and shovel it over to Quested. Works over top of the defender, now near side feed to Kinney. Kinney over to Lockwood again. Shot stopped by the stick of Kahn. Rebound ricochets to Ben Pollock, who deflects it to Dylan Anderson, splitting a couple of defenders, and another fresh 30 for Victoria. Great pressure here early from the Shamrocks. Pollock takes it behind the net. Backhand shot stopped by Kahn as Anderson threw that towards the goal, and now the Thunder will go the other way with a chance, but they can't get it on target as the pass went in and out of the stick of Nopin, and he ended up going through the crease. Now Victoria on a 2-on-1. One-timer stopped by Kahn. Gets enough of it with that right toe, and then Quested swept through the crease. That'll end that possession, which was about to be another reset, but it gets cut down just a little bit early. Now another delayed call coming up against Victoria. I believe it'll be Phoenix Eves. So Kahn to the bench. Langley will go 6-on-5 here as the shot clock goes down to 10. Timms finds Reed back to the point. Timms, skip feed to Longacre. One last shot before the clock expires. Dennis makes the save for good measure. And Eves will make his march back towards the penalty box. Another Victoria penalty kill brought to you by the fine folks at Jenner Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Victoria, proud sponsors of the Shamrocks and of the beautiful game of lacrosse.
Shamrocks penalty to number 12, Phoenix Eves. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
So the Langley power play with 2 goals already in this game on 5 attempts. Looking for more as Timms looks for his hat trick marker. Welch steps into a shot. Sent just wide. Timms collects the loose ball. Shot clock down to 5. Welch steps into a rising shot, just off the mark again. He had the 2 shots on this power play set, both of them unable to make their way on target. And Tommy Hoschall will break free of the pressure. Absorbing a check to create some space, now comes over top and sends it to the far side. Jordan Alexander spins on his man. Swim move afterwards. Gets the clock down to about 5 seconds to shoot. Still spinning from distance. Lobs one towards the goal. Hevener gets a chance as well, but that deflects wide. And the Langley power play will go back to work with just under a minute remaining in the penalty to Phoenix Eves. Here's Braden Longacre. Slowly backpedaling his way down to the near side corner. Welch joins him. He sends it back to the point. Sheldrake over to the far side. Now they get their motion going as Sheldrake drives through the middle. Longacre takes his position at the point. Welch down to Sheldrake, scores! Just stuffs it through Matthew Dennis, and the Thunder have tied the game with another power play goal. You could just see a little bit of a head fake there as he looked like he was going to jump across, but kept his feet down on the concrete and forces one through Matthew Dennis. Sheldrake now the first goal scorer for the Langley Thunder, not named Mac Timms. But now 3 goals for Langley on the power play. They continue their dominance with the extra attacker.
Thunder power play goal, scored by number 45, Ryan Sheldrake.
Long face-off battle goes in favor of Langley. Kierstead picks it up. He's got Hoschall on his back. Pickup comes to apply some pressure as well. But Kierstead gets through both those defenders. Now Langley gets their settled offense on with about half of the shot clock gone through. The goal scorer, Sheldrake, steps into a shot, looking far side, goes just wide and out of play. Now here's Kinney. As we approach 5 minutes elapsed here through the second, Kinney drives low, circles back. Looks to the point. It's the captain, Ben Pollock, sends it over to Lockwood. Now Dylan Anderson. Fake shot, drives low, shoots, stopped by Kahn. Rebound goes off the sideboards. Lockwood trying to chase it down. Takes it back on his side of center. No back over call, though, as London gets possession. Kinney over to the one-timer side. Stopped by Kahn, denying Dylan Anderson. And Langley will chase down the rebound in the offensive zone. Rintoul watching his man. Braden Longacre collects. Works his way to the near side, down low. Quinn Sutton watching him. Longacre gets the shot off, and it falls into the cuff of the glove of Matthew Dennis, but they just give it right back. Jamison Reed takes it on his own side and gets back into the offensive zone. Now Newby has a wall of defenders in front of him. Works his way to the crease, loses possession courtesy of Josh Verhagen. Jenner battling for it. Reaching for it now is Dennis, who had seen enough and will look up the floor. Cram takes it on the feed. Welch applying some pressure. Verhagen gets away. Now Rintoul looking far side. Finds Verhagen. Wants to head off for a change. He will do so now after finding Carter Quested. And Jax Hevener will collect. Comes over top of the screen. Shoots. Gloved away by Kahn. Now bodies fall. But Langley able to keep possession. Just a great individual effort by Nowak, but unable to get it out of the defensive zone in time, causing an 8-second count, and Victoria will take it right back into the zone. London quickly to the far side. It's Quested, one of their many offensive leaders, finds London. Stumbles back to his feet now, but loses possession. Kinney comes in to help, takes a shot, stopped by Kahn. Loose ball up for grabs, backhanded shot, and they score! What a goal by Ronan London to put Victoria back up by 1. They just refuse to give up on this loose ball. And London, with his hands tied up, threw a reverse backhand on target, and it solves Kahn. And Victoria finds the 1-goal advantage once again. Goal of the game so far, and potentially goal of the year for Ronan London. His 22nd goal of the year. And he'll watch on from the bench now as the offense will go back to work. Pollock looking through the middle, tried to find Kinney, who was pushed from behind as the pass came through. Now Quested battling for it. Second defender comes in. He's pinned along the boards. Still with possession. Late shot, blocked before it got through, and that'll expire the shot clock. Pollock applies a little bit of pressure, but breaking free of that is Finn Harpiak. Far side feed, Newby. Return to the near side, pass just off the mark. Grabbed, though, by Nopin. Now Longacre. Over to Newby once again. Gets the screen set by Timms. Takes the shot. Absorbed by Dennis. No rebound available. And he'll initiate the transition quickly for Victoria. Clark sidesteps the first forechecker. Gets into the offensive zone. He's got Longacre stuck. Now the two of them will head off to their respective benches as London gets back out onto the floor. Spins underneath, runs into a second defender. Retreats to the perimeter. Return to London. Skip pass to Lockwood. Shot goes just wide. Rebound falls through the middle. Lockwood lobs it towards the goal, goes wide, and the clock will expire. Good thing, too, is London was right there on top of the crease once again, and he has clearly proved to be dangerous in that position. Now Hemsworth working on Sutton. Pass intended to find Longacre was not a good one, and Hoshaw will go the other one, a 2-on-1. Pass through, stopped by Kahn. Down to one knee, but still able to get a shoulder up. And Longacre, the recipient of the long breakout pass near center, finds Jamison Reed. He'll switch hands, send it to the far side as Newby pressured from distance by Wyatt Pickup. Newby still with it. Flip pass was blocked. Loose ball goes over to the far side corner. Shot clock down to 7. Pass finds Longacre. There was a collision in front of the Langley bench. Wyatt Pickup is going to go back to the sin bin, and Jamison Reed is down here for the Thunder. Got back to his feet under his own power. He'll get checked out by the trainers. The officials come together to discuss the call here. So it looks like it'll be a 2-minute roughing call going against Wyatt Pickup. One of those players that plays on the edge but provides so much to this Victoria Shamrocks team in terms of defensive prowess and face-off ability. And now the Langley power play with 3 goals already in this game will go back to work. Sheldrake tries to skip it. Not a good idea when you got Hudson Jenner in the lane, and he once again pushes pace into the offensive zone. He's got 1 transition goal in this game already. Elects to retreat, finding Tommy Hoshaw near the center line, and then heads off for a change. So we're now halfway through this second period. Victoria still leading by 1. Dylan Anderson just kills the rest of that shot clock, leaves behind the net, and will head off for a change to get the penalty-killing unit back out onto the floor. And Jenner will go right back out for another PK shift. Here's Sheldrake to Timms. Steps into a low shot. Stopped by Dennis. Tries a backhanded breakout feed. Hoshall there to take it off the ricochet. And Anderson right back out there, finds some space along the near side. Sheldrake applies a little bit of pressure. Anderson gets it sent to him once again. Just over 30 seconds remaining in the roughing penalty to Wyatt Pickup. Anderson fakes the shot from the outside, goes downhill with a ton of speed, gets the shot off and scores! Kahn got a big piece of it, but it was not enough as Anderson gets his second tally of the game. This one of the short-handed variety just before the shot clock expired. Thought he was just going to send it down to the corner, but takes it right to the cage and doubles up on their lead again, now up to 5-3 in favor of Victoria. And they're going to get possession right back here as the face-off last touch to Thunder stick and goes into their own bench. So shorthanded for just under 10 seconds. Pickup standing in the penalty box, waiting to rejoin the action. And he'll do so now, sprinting straight over to the bench. Kinney. Shot clock down to 6. Shot, shoulder to side, rebound collected by Quested. And Victoria will get a full 30 now to work with. Back at 5-on-5. Quested finds London. Streaking through the middle, stopped by Kahn. Kinney couldn't handle the rebound. And London has his man fall. He'll battle for the loose ball again. Lockwood stumbles as well. Now Kinney still battles for it. London unable to collect. Nobody wants the ball, it seems like. Now Lockwood takes it away, and Victoria again gets the reset. Alexander up to Quested. Defender now comes in to join him. Forces him to the outside, and he returns it over to Lockwood from the point. Shot blocked, and he grabs his own rebound. Through the middle, London gets another one! And Victoria will double up on the lead. It's now 6-3 with 7:41 to play. Just too much space there between the defenders, and Ronan London takes advantage. Finds his gap, gets the pass, and sends it stick side past Caleb Kahn. And now the two number 64s will battle the face-off dot between Wyatt Pickup and Caden Beck-Borson. Pickup cleanly wins it to himself. Finds Phoenix Eves. And they'll get the rest of their offense back out onto the floor here. Anderson working with Quested, gets the pass through the middle. Where is it? Stopped by Kahn. He falls back down to one knee once again. And now Langley is going to head to the penalty box, giving Victoria an opportunity to try to stretch their lead a little more. It'll be a cross-checking call going against Jason Feiss. And this Langley penalty killing unit needs a big stop here. They've proved to be dangerous on the power play, but 5-on-5, Victoria has just dominated. And now they'll look for more on the man advantage. Lockwood from the point. Over to Kinney, he scores! How about it? Early work on the power play, just 13 seconds into it, as Kinney sends a riser low to high, glove side, past Kahn. And we're gonna get maybe a goaltending change, we'll see, as Kahn is heading towards the bench, but it might just be a Langley timeout. All right, so at the very least, it's a timeout. And Kahn having a word with his coaching staff as well. And it does look like they're going to be putting in Jackson Hastings. See, gets the remainder of his gear on. So he and Kahn share a couple of encouraging words. And we'll see if this will just be a delayed break or if Hastings will get the remainder of the game here. The Langley timeout will conclude. Hastings into the crease. And once again, the two number 64s will go to the face-off dot. Another clean win, courtesy of Wyatt pickup. He's got a man across the crease, finds him, one-timer! They score! How about that for a start? New goaltender does not matter as Carter Quested makes quick work. A beautiful face-off win by pickup. He goes right down the floor and sends it cross crease to Quested for his first goal of the game. And the lead is now 8-3 in favor of the home team.
Shamrock's 7th goal, scored by number 14, Dave Kinney.
This time, the Langley Thunder grab possession following the face-off. Victoria will take an interference call to boot. They're about to go the other way after causing a turnover, but instead Langley will keep possession. At the very least, if they can keep off of the bobbled pass, now they do as Longacre finds Newby. Now Reed sends it to the near side. Longacre from the corner. Space being created by Connor Welch, who grabbed the rebound following the Dennis save. Longacre with it again. Falls through, gets the shot off, stopped by Dennis. Great footwork there by Braden Longacre, avoiding that cylinder, but unable to solve Matthew Dennis. Here's London to Lockwood, returns it over to that far side. Now Alexander, down low to the corner. Shot stopped by Hastings, gets his first save of the game here, and sends his team the other way in transition. Just under 6 minutes to play in the second period. Langley looking for their first goal in a while. They scored early in the period, and they score right on cue. Xavier Washington picks the top corner and cuts the lead in half. Rintoul just a little bit late on the slide coming over, and Washington takes advantage. A beautiful shot. Just over that left shoulder of Matthew Dennis. And this time Connor Welch will come out for face-off duty against Wyatt Pickup. Welch knocked it forward, picked up by Nowak. Lost it on the stick check. Eves bats it forward. He's going to chase it down. Going head-to-head with Kierstad. Still available. Hastings lets it go to the other side of his crease, and now it eventually gets collected by Tanner Barrett. Quick up to Connor Welch. Lobbed, taken away though, courtesy by Quinn Sutton. And Clark gets back into the offensive zone. Eats a couple of slashes on his wrong side, so not too dangerous of a location as Pollock takes it from him. Fakes the shot, sends it down low to Clark. Behind the net, skip feed over to Lockwood with room, scores! Langley got one back, but Victoria strikes quickly in response. Again, Just a late slide here from the Thunder defenders. And this time it's Landon Lockwood's turn to take advantage of a defensive miscue. Now up to 25 goals on the campaign. And the lead is back up to 5, 9-4 with 4:46 to play in the second period.
Shamrocks goal with his second of the game, scored by number 36, Landon Lockwood. Assistant number 57.
Interference call off the face-off goes against Victoria. So Langley will collect, again looking for a response. That last goal, courtesy of Washington, was their first 5-on-5 goal of the game. Now Longacre gets dumped. Slow to get up here off the collision with Jenner. Now gets back to his feet. The officials come to have a word with him, and they're going to come to discuss here as well. There wasn't an arm up on the play, so I don't believe there's any penalty, and they'll elect to go with a face-off. Something I'm sure the Langley bench staff won't be too happy with, as they had possession. Yeah, I don't think either team really realized what the call is, as the Victoria defensive unit came back out onto the floor and Langley's offense was having a discussion at the bench. But now they'll line up for face-off duty once again. It'll be pickup versus Welch. Just getting a look at Braden Longacre there on the bench. He's got his helmet off, but looks like he's going to be all right after having a word with the training staff on the bench. So he gets his gear back on, but it is Victoria possession. Quested, shot from distance, kicked aside by Hastings. Rebound grabbed in the corner by Jordan Alexander. Kinney cut through off ball, didn't get the pass. Now it gets sent to the righties as London sends it back over to the far side. Anderson skips it down low, one-timer again, works to perfection as Kinney gets his second of the period. They are just selling these defenders on their perimeter work and leaving a man either through the middle or on the opposite crease. We've seen a couple examples of it in this period alone, and we just saw another one with Dane Kinney putting it past a stretching Jackson Hastings, and just not a lot he could do about that one. When there's that wide open of a net and the ball is moving that quickly across the floor.
Last call for 50-50. Last call for 50-50.
Another lengthy face-off battle goes the way of Victoria's. Quested takes it to the net himself. Reverse backhand! Another one as Quested gets his second of the game, and Victoria goes up 11-4. Earlier in this period, we saw Ronan London go around the world. And I cannot remember the last time I saw two of those goals in one singular game. But this time, Carter Quested does it himself. Minimal angle, but it does not matter. Now with 3:44 to play, the Shamrocks extend their lead once again. And they might do more of the same as Pickup won the draw cleanly again, muscles his way through, making contact with the goaltender. And he might get a penalty on the play here for goaltender interference, and he's a little bit shaken up as well. So yes, Wyatt Pickup will sit for 2 or less for his efforts. And excuse me, actually Caleb Kahn is back in the net here for Langley. So Hastings got a little bit of action for the Thunder, but Kahn does come back between the pipes. and his team goes back onto the power play. They've been very successful on the man up in this game. Timms with 2 power play goals, looking for his hat trick tally. Back out onto the floor. Welch to Longacre. Excuse me, that's Ryan Sheldrake, not Longacre. Longacre is out on the floor, however, as is Hudson Jenner, who goes the other way in transition. Short-handed, circling back in the corner, watched by Mac Timms. Jenner draws the second defender. He'll leave for Lockwood and head off for a change himself. Rintoul into the offensive zone now, as the game clock goes down to 2:50. And about 1:10 remaining in the penalty to Wyatt pickup. Lockwood scores short-handed. Now Victoria with their 12th goal of the game. Man, oh man. This Shamrocks offense is putting on a show here as Lockwood now up to 3 with his hat trick goal. His 26th goal of the year. And with 1 less player on the floor to boot. How about it? Here come the Thunder. Longacre. Pass. An unintended bounce pass. Tough one to handle near the center line. That'll be a back over call. And Victoria will go back to work offensively shorthanded. Anderson with it. Also looking for his hat trick goal. If Victoria can find another shorty here. Gets underneath the pressure, sends it to the far side. Alexander returns it to Anderson. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Kinney streaking through the middle. Anderson still with it. Defender comes in to cut him off. He'll leave at his feet just as the shot clock expires. And the Langley power play can go back to work here, but they only have about 15 seconds remaining in the penalty to pick up. They're going to try the hidden ball trick. Not going to work as Sheldrake takes it from Timms. Pick up now standing. Down low. They try to go post to post, but Dennis denies his man in Jake Newby. Pick up back out onto the floor. Wants the lead feed as Sutton is going to step into one himself. And that one gets stopped by Kahn. Rebound collected, though, by Carter Quested. Waits for the offense to rejoin him. Victoria gets back to 5-on-5 action. London pressured from the perimeter. Over to Hevener. Skip feed over to the other side. Again, one-timer goes just wide. They keep possession, though, with the shot clock down to about 5. That one floated its way towards Kahn. Might have gone off of a stick as it kind of changed directions. But he shut the door nonetheless, and we are now down to 50 seconds remaining in the period. Victoria leading 12-4. Longacre with it. Has some room, shoots, sends it just wide. That'll go back over center. Rintoul going to chase it down. Maybe one last opportunity here for Victoria. Game clock down to 40 seconds. Anderson. Finds London. Quickly to the near side is Pollock. Sends an unintentional bounce pass to the far side. Goes off the mark. So Langley now can hold for last shot if they so choose. Getting it over center. Kahn's going to stay in his crease. So we'll remain 5-on-5 here. Now down to 12 seconds. Bobbled pass. Langley unable to grab possession as Clark takes it away with 5 seconds to go. He's just going to run out the rest of this clock as Dennis helps him create some space. They'll lob it down the floor, and we will head to the intermission with the Victoria Shamrocks. An offensive-heavy second period. We started this one off with them in front 3-2, and they will head to the dressing room with a 12-4 lead. And we're going to do more of the same here and step aside for the next 10 or so minutes but we have third period action coming right up after a quick word from these sponsors.
Hello and welcome back. It's halftime. More than enough time for you to check out our eShop.
We offer complete sticks, strung heads, unstrung heads, or fully customized sticks with armor mesh.
Stick around for second half action, and thanks for checking out our eShop.
Welcome back inside the Q Center here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming at you live in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, home of the Victoria Shamrocks, and home this afternoon of the Junior B Tier 1 Victoria Shamrocks, who currently play host to the visiting Langley Thunder with a 12-4 lead in favor of the home team. And Shamrocks were late coming back to the floor, so it'll technically be a face-off violation and possession for the Langley Thunder to start things off right away. And they'll need a quick and early start here if they have any hopes and dreams of climbing back in this game. That shot courtesy of Mac Timms goes off of a member of this Thunder offense and cleanly out of play. Kieran Nopin goes off favoring that right leg a little bit, but he shakes it off and helps facilitate a change. Now the Victoria offense with a chance to go to work. It's Pollock, works his way out of the corner. Lockwood drives low, shot, gloved aside by Kahn, and Lockwood gets his own rebound. Now Pollock fakes the shot, sends it over to Alexander. Backpedals away from pressure, returned over to the righties. Kinney's shot stopped by Kahn. Can't handle the rebound, but gets another save there on the London shot. Another flashy kick save courtesy of Caleb Kahn, and the loose ball battle goes behind the net. Still up for grabs here. Ronan London tries to grab it, now will do exactly that as Lockwood has his shot blocked, and it ricochets over to Ben Pollock. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock to work with. Alexander returns it to Lockwood, near side, looking through the middle, stopped by Kahn on the Ronan London bid. Falling backwards, but keeping his stick down. And keeping that one from rolling over the goal line. Now here comes Langley again. As Xavier Washington, the latest Thunder goal scorer, trying to muscle his way through, can't get past Hudson Jenner. And the loose ball will be collected by Cram. Quinn Cram working with Quinn Sutton. Both of them will head off now as Quested comes in to collect. Quested met by a defender. Lockwood, the late man, joining in. Lob pass finds Dylan Anderson. Gets a shot off into the midsection of Kahn. Loose ball collected by Dane Hybert. Hybert leaves for Barrett. Quick pass finds Newby. Jake Newby got forced towards that Victoria bench, but Timms comes in. Now another delayed call coming out against Victoria. Pass batted away by Hoshall. Loose ball collected by Eves. And Langley will get another power play in this game. It'll be Carter Quested on the slashing minor. Just over 2.5 minutes through this third and final period. Langley will try to cut into this 8-goal advantage that the Shamrocks currently hold. Timms, backhand feed. Newby fires one wide. Longacre with a no-look pass down to the near side corner. Timms collects from the point. Fake shot, far side feed, deflected shot as Rintoul got a piece of it. Hoshall collects, and sprinting up the floor will be Hudson Jenner. Can't quite get a handle on the loose ball as Caleb Kahn takes it away. But Jenner might get a penalty here. It looks like he will be the recipient of another Victoria penalty. So 6-on-4 currently in favor of the Langley Thunder. They try to go post to post, got the one-timer off courtesy of Jamison Reed, but Dennis shut the door. Still with possession, fresh 30 to work with the extra attacker. They go down low again, and they score! Newby shows off his hands, delays just that extra second, and outweights Matthew Dennis. that extra step across the crease. That will wipe out the Carter Quested penalty. But Hudson Jenner now will sit for 2 or less on the slashing call. So now 12-5, Victoria leads. The 8-goal advantage is cut down by 1. Wyatt Pickup with another clean face-off win, and he'll sprint the length of the floor himself. Finds his way behind the net, throws a backhand pass near the center line, and they're just able to keep it. But all Eves was able to do was bat it before it could make its way over the center line. So it negates the back over call, but the Thunder take advantage of the turnover nonetheless. And their power play will get some more reps in here once again. They have 5 goals in this game. 4 of them are on the power play, and they will go back with the extra attacker here. Loose ball battle goes along the far side boards. Wyatt Pickup falls, and I believe he's going to draw an interference call as he is slow to get up, gets to his knees, and now will get himself to his feet. No penalty on the play, just an interference call. And Wyatt Pickup will get back onto the bench now. It's Quinn Sutton, took the long feed from him. Dylan Anderson had a shorthanded goal back in the second period. Does he have another one here? In comes the pressure from the outside. Anderson avoids the defender and the official along the near side. Steps into a shot, blocked, almost caught. But that'll expire the shot clock regardless. Anderson now will head off to get the remainder of the penalty killers back out onto the floor. One of them is the one serving the penalty right now, and Hudson Jenner, who has just been all over this power play unit. Dennis gets the save, stepping across over to his left, staring down Longacre, keeps after it and gets the fresh 30 in favor of his team. Now Jamison Reed from the point, leads for Newby, the latest goal scorer, back out there for some more power play work. Ball works its way back to the point. Backhand feed, just off the mark as Timms collects. He's going to take a low shot right into the stick of Matthew Dennis, standing tall, and that will expire the Hudson Jenner penalty. Back to 5-on-5 will go as Cram finds some room, waiting near center. Jordan Alexander first to collect from him. He'll work to the corner, near side, pass up to Lockwood. Swing pass to Quested on his wrong side, but now we'll get back to the middle of the floor. As Alexander takes the feed from behind the net, Kahn shuts the door. His first save he's had to make in a while. But again, sweeps that glove up. Fresh 34 Victoria. Quested sidesteps the first checker, has his pass deflected and taken away. Langley will try to counter. Pass was off the mark. That'll go all the way the length of the floor, and Dennis, with that long reach, will step out of his crease to take possession back in favor of Victoria. Quested, one man on his back, as Nigel Nowak chases him down. Quested gets away from that and sends it over to the righties. Pollock bobbled it, trying to keep after it. The loose ball falls in front of the crease. And off the turnover, London takes advantage. Shot of the rising variety, stopped by Kahn. Loose ball collected by Kierstead. Just gets over the center line in time as Dylan Anderson applied all sorts of pressure. Both of them will head off to their respective benches. As Newby collects. Shot clock down to 10. Working on Eves. Newby over to the far side. Shot clock now down to 5 as Longacre looks through to the middle. Washington couldn't collect, runs into a body, and Eves will go the other way on a breakaway. One man on his back got a shot off, but the whistle went and bodies collide now as Eves and his defender get into a shoving match. Eves rips the bucket off of his man. So Eves being ushered towards the penalty box, and looks like he's going to bring a man with him. Not sure if there was an original penalty on the player or not, but Sheldrake is going to go off for the Thunder. So the officials come together to discuss in front of the penalty boxes here. And it looks like they are just about ready to make their official decision here, just judging off of body language specifically. So the two captains being called in for discussion. It looks like it'll be 2 for roughing. To Ryan Sheldrake. And just waiting to see what the call here is to Phoenix Eves. He and Sheldrake continue to share some words between the penalty boxes. Scorekeepers have heard enough. They decide to shut the doors between them. Try to end that conversation a little bit early. So it's a 5-minute to Phoenix Eves and a 2-minute roughing call to Sheldrake. Just waiting for the official announcement on what the Eves penalty is going to be. But we'll see 4-on-4 action here as Timms takes possession working with Newby. Pick and roll, works through the middle, but they couldn't find a streaking Newby. Now Longacre gets underneath, shot, pulled short side just wide, and Jenner takes the rebound. Absorbs a hit after the play, as well as Hoschall collected over the center line. Langley, for a moment, was just going to leave Mac Timms behind the play and go 3-on-3 in the offensive zone. Now he gets back onto the bench. The shot clock goes to about 3 seconds. Quested with some room, going through, shoot, stopped by Kahn, and Anderson grabs the rebound from on top of the crease. He'll retreat outwards as the Shamrocks get another fresh 30. Quested shot goes wide and out of play. Heavener will head off to his bench, as will the remainder of these Langley Thunder defenders. And they'll get their wholesale change finished up and underway. Now Newby, one defender to beat in Clark. Stumbles on his drive. Couldn't get a shot off before he fell through the crease, ending that possession a little earlier than they would have liked. Clark makes a move, and Jake Newby gets up limping. Now Pollock had a lane to the net, but just bobbled the pass before he gets a shot off. Clark with it once again. Shot, a bouncer stopped by the stick of Kahn, and Clark's going to grab his own rebound and earn a reset on the shot clock. Now Pollock. Pass finds Kinney to Alexander. Sheldrake out of the box. Power play for Langley as that Dane Kinney shot attempt goes well wide and into the seats just over the penalty boxes. So the Thunder will get another free clear here on the power play for the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds or so. Timms going to run quarterback here on the power play. Finds Reed. Return now to the point. Far side feed. Down low to the corner. Longacre to Timms. Backpedaling away. Wants the screen. Now gets it. Shoots and scores. Hat trick, Mac Timms. Well, they're trying to make it interesting at the very least with another power play goal. I believe that's their 4th with the extra attacker here, and Mac Timms finally completes that hat trick. He had 2 goals in the first period and fires that one 5-hole through Matthew Dennis. And because that was a major penalty, the penalty to Phoenix Eves will continue here. And we got some rough stuff between the benches as there was a high hit on Tommy Hoschall.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have your winning 50-50 ticket.
And we'll see if we're going to get any calls here. And Hoschall might be the only one. Actually, the high hit originally might have been on Carter Quested, and Hoschall went in to defend his man. But he'll be the only one getting the penalty here. It looks like it will be another roughing call. This one to just Hoschall. The officials giving the explanation now to the Victoria captain in Ben Pollock, who does not like the result of that conversation, but regardless, this should be a 5-on-3 in favor of Langley, continuing to try to chip away here. At one point, they were down by 8, now down by 6, with just under 10 minutes remaining in the period. They'll like to go 4-on-3 with a safety man near center as Tim shoots, stopped by Dennis, and Quinn Cram takes it away. Cram, excuse me, that's Quinn Sutton, finds room around the outside, splits around a couple more defenders, works his way to the half wall. He'll just lob that one into a defender's stick, and Langley will push pace the other way. Quickly into the offensive zone. Harpiak, he'll turn back, finding a leaping Mac Timms. So the Hoschall penalty down to about 1 minute and 5 seconds. The Eves penalty down to 1:30. There's a shot right into the logo of Matthew Dennis. And Quinn Cram will sprint the floor again. He's got one defender in front of him. A second one comes in now off the bench as Cram, the lone member of the Shamrocks in the offensive zone. The other 2 will stay in the defensive zone, as will 2 members of the Thunder offense. And Cram doing a great job here of just killing this penalty on his own. Gets the shot clock down as it now expires. Lobbed one towards Kahn, who took that one in his stick. And the Thunder power play will get back out onto the floor now. 20 seconds remaining in the penalty to Tommy Hoschall. That pass finds Timms, and he gets his 4th. Another one on the power play for Mac Timms. And the lead is now cut down to 5. How about this game for Mac Timms? 4 goals, all of them on the power play, as Jenner came in to close the gap. But Timms fired the shot just a second earlier. So the official just explaining what the upcoming situation is with Phoenix Eves still in the penalty box here. So because he had the major penalty, he will stay in the box for the remainder here. So it looks like he'll need to wait for a whistle before he can come back out onto the floor, and Tommy Hoschall still has 13 seconds remaining in his penalty, but we'll go to 5-on-4 as Pickup got dumped following the face-off win. Still keeps possession. Now he'll get over the center line. Got to be careful of that gate on the Langley bench. closes just in time, as now Hoshall will come out of the box and we'll go to 5-on-5. Somehow, Wyatt Pickup still has possession. Just an unbelievable effort tonight from Wyatt Pickup for the Victoria Shamrocks. He has certainly taken a beating, but has consistently earned extra possessions for his team. Yeah, Victoria didn't have the fifth member of their defense on the floor. That's why I was a little confused there. Regardless, Langley got a shot off, stopped by Dennis. As Sutton will stretch the floor, finding Jenner in the offensive zone. He'll spin underneath the check of Washington. And Anderson collects. Takes a slash near the center line and gets back into the offensive zone himself. Driving low, draws a double team as Alexander takes it from him. Return now to Anderson. Shot clock down to 5. Shot stopped by Kahn. His first save in a little while, and Victoria will apply some pressure here on the forecheck. London jars the ball free. Anderson battling for it. There's the 8-second count going against Langley. So the forecheck combination of Ronan London and Dylan Anderson earns another possession here in the late stages for Victoria. Down to 6.5 to play. London shoots, goes just wide. And the rebound eludes Landon Lockwood. So now Langley will get there clear. And Braden Longacre will start off the possession in the far side corner. Now Sheldrake finds Newby near side. Follows that up with a pass over to Timms. Pressured from distance, drives low, tries the pick and roll, works his way, falls through the crease before he can get the shot off. And Verhagen will take it away himself, lobbing it and finding Rintoul. Rintoul shouldering his way through a couple of forecheckers. Creates space for himself, leaves for Alexander. Now Rintoul will head off. Alexander works with Quested. Late man joining will be Ronan London. London works through the first checker, gets a shot off, and Kahn shuts the door. He'll earn the whistle as well. Now under 6 to play. Langley has a man up. Washington puts it just wide. Faked out his man. Now Kinney couldn't get a handle on the pass as he was all alone and would have had room to make up any kind of move he wanted, but just could not take the pass cleanly. Now Clark steps into his man. But Langley able to maintain possession. It's Timms. Pressured by Jenner. Jamison Reed sends it over to the far side. Now Sheldrake. Skip pass over to Timms, looking for his 5th goal of the game. Takes the shot, stopped by Dennis. Rebound grab by Reed. Jenner forces him to the corner. Now behind the net. Longacre shoots, blocked by Josh Verhagen. Longacre grabs the rebound. Fake pass now, sends it over to Timms. Watched by Clark. Timms, fake shot, driving low. Twister shot, stopped by Dennis. And he'll hang on to the rebound. Now there will be a call coming up against Victoria, it looks like. As finally, Phoenix Eves can come out of the penalty box, and he will be replaced by Hunter Clark. It'll be a holding penalty with 4:39 remaining in the third period. And we've seen how successful Langley's been with the extra attacker. Can they continue to chip away here with limited time to work with?
Shamrocks penalty to number 57, Hunter Clark.
Timms running point once again. Does he have another power play marker in his stick? He'll skip it down low to the corner as Reed returns it up to the near side shooter. Now Longacre had it slip out of his stick before he could send it to the near side crease. Draws an interference call against Eves. Now he'll get it to that near side crease with a fresh 30. Back to the point. Timms. Down low, Longacre finds Reed. In comes the pressure from Verhagen. Reed Fires one just wide. Sheldrake collects. His pass was blocked. Taken away by Sutton. One man in front of him. Breaks free of that. Turns it into a 2-on-1 in transition. Pass intended for Cram, blocked by Jake Newby. And he'll get it back over center. Just over a minute remaining in the power play. 3:40 to work with in the third period. Timms to Sheldrake, back to the point. Shot goes off the end boards. Net gets knocked off the moorings. And Braden Longacre stepped through the crease, so that'll end that possession and send Victoria back over center. Shorthanded for the next 45 seconds. It's Quinn Cram. Leaves for the first man off the bench, and Dylan Anderson calmly back into the offensive zone. It's joined by Lockwood. 5 goals between those two in Anderson and Lockwood. Lockwood with it once again. Pass through the middle, intended to find London, was off the mark. Now Anderson and this Langley defender being Nigel Novak sharing a couple words. They both get onto their respective benches as Newby drives low, lost the ball on his move. Keeps after it though, watched by Jenner in the corner. Bounce pass, off the mark. That'll go all the way back over center. And Clark standing in the penalty box, ready to rejoin the action in the next 2 seconds or so once we get a whistle. 2:40 remaining in the game. Quested with possession. Now Clark steps out of the box and will return to 5-on-5. And we'll see if it stays that way for the remainder of this game or if the parade of the box will continue. Quested, 16 seconds on the shot clock. Alexander from the corner finds Lockwood. Back to the point. Quested, far side feed to London. Return now to the near side. Lockwood with it again. Fake shot. Back to Carter Quested. Toe drag through the middle. Scores! What a move by Carter Quested, earning his hat trick goal. And just take a look at this toe drag. Draws his defender out, goes underneath, and puts it far side. Past Caleb Kahn. And if the game wasn't iced already, that will certainly do it. With Victoria going back up by 6. Pick up another clean face-off win, just taking it himself. Verhagen clears some space for him, and Kinney waiting for it in the offensive zone, receives that pass in the corner. Anderson to Quested, the latest goal scorer. Backpedals away from the pressure. Pollock over to Jax Hevener, gets his hands free, and his shot was kicked aside by Kahn. Loose ball falls back to his stick. He'll lob it up the floor. Waiting for it was Logan Kierstead, but couldn't get a handle, and Dylan Anderson takes it back for Victoria. 1.5 remaining in the game. Anderson to Quested. He'll step into a shot, deflected, almost ended up going short side, but goes wide instead. Now Pollock on the pressure. Langley elects to just lob that near the center line. Quested was waiting for it, and Victoria will get another reset. Anderson fakes the shot, drives low. Another deflected shot made its way on target. Kahn got enough of it with his elbow, and we find ourselves in the final minute of play. Rising shot, a bullet from Anderson, misses the net, and just misses Ben Pollock behind. And Quested again picks off another pass in transition and gets back into the offensive zone. Now 40 seconds remaining. Victoria can just kill the rest of this clock, essentially, if they so choose. About 13 seconds between the game and shot clock. And Verhagen will take one more penalty for Victoria here. That'll be 5 minutes for cross-checking. And Langley might be able to find one more power play goal for good measure at the very least to continue to improve on their power play stats. They've had plenty of opportunities in this game, as we are well aware. Sheldrake takes advantage early. A low to high subber, goes short side past Dennis. And they cut that lead down one more time. Get one last look at that shot. As Rintoul was there, but the shot was just too tight for him to get a stick on. So the clock will wind down to 24.2 seconds exactly. And with that being a major penalty, Verhagen will stay in the penalty box. And Langley will take one more, as well as Nowak had some extra words with Hudson Jenner. And the official is going to give him an unsportsmanlike penalty. Live stats aren't really updated through the Junior B website during these games, so I'm not entirely sure about the penalty minutes in this game to this point, but I would love to see those numbers, because those scorekeepers certainly have a full sheet, to say the least. And Victoria will just hang on to possession near the center line and kill the rest of this clock. Dylan Anderson with the final touch. And as the clock expires, Victoria will improve to 12-4, not to mention 7-1 from the Q Center. And that will set up their marquee matchup next weekend against the first place Poco Saints. And that is a game that you are not going to want to miss, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that for sure. If you want some more lacrosse action on our airwaves, we got another one coming up, 3:30 start time in the Junior A rankings. It'll be the Victoria Shamrocks taking on the red-hot Burnaby Lakers. And we will have all of that here for you live on BC Sports TV. But for the time being, we will step aside and take a quick breather. For the entire cast of characters up here in the booth, I've been Tino Farah, we've been BC Sports TV, and we will see you next time.